for the guys down there at Spencer Briggs.
Yep.
Having a good time?
Yeah, it's amazing. The team are so cool. They're so lovely, all of them. They help out so much, and they just want to encourage me to enjoy myself. You know, even though I find it quite difficult, it's obviously something completely different for me, and it is, especially this track, like, amazing track. I've come here a lot and I've watched people race it. I didn't quite realise how hard it is out there. And you can see with these guys are so quick, how fast they go around these corners. You don't realise, like, how he's wheeled, how he's on the back wheel there. Like, it is so rough.
I would say this is the flattest I've seen Hawkstone for a long time.
Wow.
And I don't want to take the sand out of his house, but with the conditions with its dry, Luke Bull taking the lead up the hill there. With the dry conditions, it hasn't dug out as bad as it would normally. Yeah. And I think, to be fair, for the meeting that we've got going here this weekend, certainly for today's races, the conditions are absolutely perfect.
Perfect. For an amateur day, you couldn't get much better than that at Hawkstone, I don't think.
Although the track, and don't get me wrong, the track is rough. I've ridden it.
Yeah.
I've ridden it a long, long time ago, and I know exactly what you've gone through today. But yeah, for an amateur day today, the fact that it's not deep, it's not damp, there's not massive ruts in the corners. But Luke Bell then leading from Adam Paxton, then our first race victor, and there they are as they come out of the woods. That looked like that was that's Paxton. So where has our race leader already gone through? A bit of a panic rev in the background there somewhere. So there's the number 3 of Scott Bates, and as the rest of the field streaming through, it's like I say, these stutter bumps, the whole shot taker, then another 5 points, and I think that will be the 143 of Luke Bull that will have pulled those points in our Planet Moto competition. The 31 of Charlie West, he's up there again. He had a decent ride in the second one. I think he ended up finishing second. And there is the 04 of Adam Paxton. There on the Honda. So this corner here, we've had that for the international at the beginning of the year, where that is literally soup through there. Yeah. The track, once the water gets into it, it just doesn't drain from that area of the circuit. Did you get to the international this year to watch?
No, didn't make it to that one. I think I was doing an enduro.
Oh, okay. Well, all I say is, if you are free the weekend of the Hawkstone International, you absolutely have to be here. It's the track at its brutalist.
Yeah.
And a massive crowd, and it just has a special buzz about it. And
to me, it's the ruts up the face of the jumps. Like, I don't know if people haven't rode here and are thinking about it, or they just think, oh, why aren't some of the people that are atop actually sending that? Like, the ruts are so deep. I don't think the camera even shows
at the bottom.
It.
So if you're a pro, you're wheeling into that, you're slamming up the face of the jump and you're clearing it. If you're not, you're just trying not to crash on the upslope. And these jumps have had a little bit of clay added to them over the years, so they do rut up a little bit, and the ruts stay there, but then it's not as bad as it used to be, because it used to be that the ruts would drag your feet off the footrest.
Yeah.
So you could end up in a lot of trouble. But so you're enjoying your kind of your first, what you would say, this is a legendary circuit.
Yeah.
A place to come and ride. I rode here first time in 1978. And it was as awesome then as it is now.
Yeah.
I got the call to come here yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Christmas come early. But you never ever don't get a buzz at this place driving through the gate. And when you sit on the start, I've not raced here for a while. I will race here again.
Yeah.
I'll make it. Oh yeah, definitely. I will make it my bucket list for next season is to go and ride the tracks that I've not ridden for a few years, and go and ride the ones that I've never ridden.
Yeah.
But certainly coming here, and the Honda Cup, great championship, really enjoying it.
Yeah. I mean, without that, I'm not sure I would have ever done something like this. You know, you look at yourself and I go, oh, I can't do that. I'm not good enough to do that. There's no way I can get out there. But thanks to everyone here that has encouraged me, and the team at Fastest 40 said, yep, come on, Anya, you can do this. Get in there, try it out. S. Briggs lot, they literally encouraged me so much to do it. They're like, come on, just go out there and have fun. I've got out there. I've got to admit, Fox Hills, I was pretty scared.
I've never ridden Fox Hills.
I was pretty scared there.
It's not on my bucket list. I've watched there enough to know that I don't need to ride there.
Yeah.
So if you've raced Fox Hills, the hat that I've not got on, I will doff my cap to you on that one. Because racing Fox Hills, that's one of the most daunting tracks in the world. I mean, obviously Jeff, he's raced that at GP level against the best guys in the world. But just riding, pardon? Yeah, no, you have, but it's the track on its own is just mind-blowing. How difficult it is.
Yeah, and honestly, all the tracks we've been to have been the same. You know, to be able to race them with these guys, and even the amateurs, like the skill level that they're at is just amazing. And to be able to put it on for amateurs, it's that level to get you up to the next level of pro. And you know, watching these guys.
But how pro the amateurs are is what makes this championship good. So we've got a battle for the lead then. Battle for second. Sorry, and we're looking at Christopher and the number 31 of Charlie West. And West is looking a bit racy here. Pulls up, reaches up for a roll-off, because can't do tear-offs this day. So it is Christopher that's made the pass for second place then on that lap. The battle that has been going on. Fletcher's still there in fourth. He's not managed to make any ground at all on these guys. He's just sat there in fourth place and not managed to close the gap. His fastest qualifier, but they were out early this morning when the track was flat. Harvey Pomfret, he's a man on the move. He came from a long way back in race 2 on that number 43. He's second, 7 seconds adrift of Fletcher, but I would not put it past him to close that down over the remainder of this Oakley Clubman MX1 race 3. So Paxton then that leads.
It's one of them tracks that you guys will probably remember as well, that it's so tiring. So by the time you've got to this third one, like, you can see how some of them are trying to go for that pass or trying to defend as well, and you see they're tired at the same time. The track's also quite gnarly, not as gnarly as maybe sometimes it could be, but with the heat as well, we're very lucky today. It's actually not been too hot, as it
We've
could
got
have
some
been.
Decent cloud cover, definitely.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse, but the mugginess is still there. So to watch these guys, you know, the speed they do go, and they're now all challenging for that first, second, third and fourth, and really battling with each other, I can feel for them.
So
From
it
being
looks
out
like
there.
then Paxton's then is this should put him in the box seat for the overall with 2 victories and I think a fourth on the day. Reaching up for a tear off there from Alex Christopher. And Fletcher closing in on the 31 for third. Not sure who that is there in fifth. I recognise him but can't see the number. We'll get the live timing up on that one. We'll get them as they come across the line. But yeah, the track itself, like I say, we've had a little bit of track maintenance just to take the ruts out of the faces of the jumps through today, or a little bit of a kick there. But that's definitely made it easier. But our race leader not getting over the tabletop. Again, as you said, just not getting a little bit out of shape. Easy in the bottom of those ruts, and he's gone over the berm there. He's actually losing his rhythm a little bit here. It's going to give Christopher a chance to come back at him as they come across the line. It almost looks like he's just hit a bit of a brick wall. So is the 240 of Alex Christopher going to have another go at him? They go round the back of pit lane. So Charlie West there in third, Fletcher fourth, Pomfret in fifth, Prost in a few seconds, so 7 seconds the gap for Pomfret that time, so a couple of seconds out the gap. I think he's just going to run out of time as they get to the latter end of this race. You've still got one more to go. What's your goal today? Where do you expect to finish? Lap times, it's difficult to look because obviously your lap time is going to drop off through the day anyway, just because the track changes. So are you looking at, I'm going to finish here, or are you just looking at having 3 safe races and enjoying the experience?
I've probably rode the best I've rode for a while here, like in this racing. Like, I've built the confidence up to just ride with these guys in my own race. You know, I'm pushing at my own level, and when they're coming to lap me, like before when they were lapping me, I was like, oh, I'm going to move out the way, I'm in their way. Now I'm just running my own race, and I'm trying to catch these few guys in front of me, which are also on my team. They are, they ride for Esbriggs, but you know, I'm thinking, no, I can keep up with them now. I can battle with these people. I've got, you know, might be the only girl out there, but I'm going to try and get them.
Have you got? Are you looking at trying to do some WMX stuff and ride the women's class a little bit more next year, or are you just going to with everything else that you've got going on, is just kind of picking your events and coming and doing what you can.
Yeah.
Spreading yourself thinner a little bit and getting across a lot of stuff. Is that a better way to do it, do you think?
Yeah. I've not really thought of it at the minute, but hopefully I'll decide soon. But this is getting quite close up here, isn't it? Sorry, I was trying to think what I was talking about, but I was watching that. Yeah. They're getting quite exciting here.
I'm really interested in what you've got to say, but we've got a race going on. We don't have enough time between the races to get people in. It's a tight programme here, and there's a pass as well. So that's a pass for third and fourth. So third and fourth, then that's a change. Fletcher goes through. He takes that position from the 31 of